What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Rare Drop Reckoning Hour, the restart, episode 30.
Here we go.
What do you mean? There was nothing before this. Nothing bad happened.
Nothing.
No, nothing at all. This is just its own thing. Stop fresh.
Let's go. Good to see all your faces out there again. Thank you for putting up with us while we got everything reset. Oh man, it does feel like it's been forever because it has.
It truly has.
A little while. You know, what are days? What is time?
What is time?
Paul, let's get some announcements, my dude.
Guys, if you have not gotten your GCX email about your care package and virtual tickets, please check your email. Please check your spam because it's probably there. If not, please email us info@raredrop.co and we'll get you set up with your tickets and all of that information that you need to get your cool care packages for if you ordered your ticket before March 15th. Otherwise, comics officially released this Saturday with Frank Ellerby, or otherwise known as Technique, and Nighthawk Plays and Matt Marone. Fantastic show talking all about DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, everything under the sun that involves comics. Fantastic show. Catch it every single Saturday at noon Eastern. Otherwise, we're back here for Reckoning Hour on Tuesdays. Star Wars and Scotch, check it out. No episode this week. We're having a good time.
If you guys haven't got your GCX tickets yet, I will be playing D&D 3 nights in a row there. We haven't laid out all who I'm going to be playing D&D with, but I'll be there playing D&D with a set crew 3 nights in a row for GCX. So don't miss out on
Spoiler
extra
announcement.
Am I not supposed to say that?
Constant D&D.
It's okay. Ask for
You guys heard nothing. This is now a secret and will be omitted from the recording later.
Hey, whoever gets to edit this gets to redact me. Let's go.
Congratulations on making the live cut.
If they don't put redact over the top of it, oh, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. If you were here and heard it, you're special.
You were here.
If you know, you know. The rest of y'all. Get out
I
of
actually
here.
don't know.
If you don't, you don't. And if you don't know, honestly, I feel bad for you.
Sucks.
Oh. But to get on our stick, we have officially switched over to Foundry over here. So thanks for being patient with us while we learn how to produce a whole new style show. But we're getting there. Things are getting smoother. Slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys have heard, this is the reboot. We're starting with brand new characters in a whole new world. Now picking up in a completely different plane. One where there is a said Strixhaven School of Mages. We're about to go back to school, literally, picking up many years later, past the point of the TPK. Headed to this school for mages on a completely different plane. We do pick up, however, inside the same universe. Decades after Torg and what was left of Godwin's family, Judy, Beretta, and Ruger passing through that portal. Much time has passed. Torg, now one of the headmasters for this school. On a faraway plane, this campus reaches for hundreds of miles. All interconnected like 5 spokes of a wheel. Torches lighting the way to a massive center building that spirals out. We're picking up precisely on freshman move-in day. Walking through these lined corridors of torches, now full of both new and old students. Piles of floating books. Different races as far as the eye can see, from Loxodon to Efreet to Troll to Orc. This entire plane fosters its magical scene. Slowly but surely, our students will learn of both the creation of the colleges on this campus and more about this world itself. Walking through these large swath concrete bridges with massive flame towers. Caustic, I want you to describe what your character looks like first as you begin walking on this path.
She's pulling this little leather trunk, and you can't really see one without the other because they're about equal in size. This adorable little bunny just walking along, dragging her trunk. And of course, they're a matching set, both in the same just beautiful white leather crossed across both of them with little intricate designs, just the perfect set. And she's got these tall ears that give her her height, that make her look a little bit taller than what she really is, with just tad bits of gray up at the top and on her cheeks that just poof up from the extra little fur that she's got going on there. She has a little sharpness to her bright blue, almost tealish eyes as she begins to wander her way around there, knowing exactly where she wants to go, but keeping a keen eye out for anyone or anything that might seem familiar to her.
One of the first things that you see is the Archway Commons. Looking up, you see these massive floating stone archways and gardens.
She has to like crane her neck up because it's very high up. It kind of like hurts her neck to look up that high. You just almost see her like just tilt her whole head up. She doesn't really look so much with her eyes as she does with her whole head. When things move, her whole head moves, sort of thing. There's no side-eyeing with this bunny. So she's just staring up, completely now taken just in by the floating gardens, the huge archways, everything that's above her. And she's not really paying attention to where she's going. She's just assuming that people will just part ways and move out as she begins to take in the wonder that is her new home.
So this campus stretches far across the horizon in an intricate tangle of gleaming towers and flattened rooftops. You see those arch of jagged stones floating over what must have been the center of this entire institution. The ends of each stone pointing toward the ground, and flat as if a giant blade had sheared away the bottoms. This entire center building is bigger than any castle that you have ever seen before. You know this to be the Biblioplex, the main institution and library of Strixhaven. You know in particular as well, it houses the mystical archive, which is supposed to hold a copy of every spell ever known. As all of this is rushing through your brain, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, man. Make this. Did it like it? Of course it doesn't now. Hold on.
Let me try
Okay.
something for you.
Make sure you
Yeah.
click the B on the roll.
I am.
Okay.
No, I think I know why.
This is awkward.
Much like the dexterity
Time
saving
just
throw.
pauses in a moment. Listen, I'm just busy looking right now for like one of those little plaques. I'm the person. Keela is one of those
Yeah.
individuals that likes to read signs.
Mhm.
Like if there's any information, and I'm expecting this is a historic place as well as an
Yeah.
academic place, that there are going to be little signs out front. Anything from identifying the type of plant life that they've put out in front of the guardians to identifying some of the historic landmarks with histories and pictures alongside it. And I will read all of it. If there are pamphlets anywhere, do assume that I have picked those up.
You should be able to now.
Okay. Maybe if I hit refresh. Let me try that.
No, that's gonna make it worse.
I will not do that.
No.
Just kidding.
You should be able to roll now.
Okay. Let me just check that one more time. All right. Well, I'm going to just do this real quick. It's also not allowing me. I'm just trying to roll in it now with a public roll,
All right.
and it won't let me.
Well,
Is it because the game says it's paused?
Yeah, it does say pause at the bottom.
I'm not paused anymore.
Oh,
I'm not seeing that.
I see
Yeah.
that at the bottom of mine.
Anyone who's got it
Okay,
paused might need to refresh.
It's gone. So go ahead and try roll now.
I don't even see her on the player list.
It's not allowing me to roll still in even in Foundry. Remember that
when I-
disclaimer we gave everyone at the beginning that we are moved over and we're working out the games. I wonder. I see my character card up here, but like under public role, I have R120.
I'm gonna try something out.
I'm excited about this effort. Right now, Keela is just absolutely entranced with some sign that she has discovered, reading more about the history of this spell building. Perhaps curious about when it was established and how many books that it holds.
There.
Ah, it worked.
Okay,
saw something.
that's because I did it. now now I have to figure it out on your side.
I wasn't able to click on my token until I refreshed and relogged in.
Okay, so what
So
I'm
let
gonna
me
do
try the
is I'm
refresh.
gonna check y'all's permissions to make sure that you all have permissions.
When I opened the
Uh-huh.
the player list, some people didn't have little color on that player list.
Okay. Go ahead and try to make a roll on your D&D Beyond sheet now.
Okay.
Hey,
There it goes.
There it is. I did do a refresh via Foundry as well.
Cool. I think not everybody refreshed after I reloaded the server. So I think you guys are all wonderfully booted up now. All right, here we go. Dexterity save 15. You are just going to be able to move out of the way from bumping in to the person in front of you.
Excuse me.
Go ahead, Paul. Describe what you look like.
So as Silver's kind of absent-mindedly floating along, as his fairy self does, kind of with his little notebook out as if he was taking notes on his surroundings. He's kind of just floating, and he took a moment to stop. His robe's a little bit loose-fitting, almost as if you were from like a desert tribe, with a nicer form-fitting top, and kind of just sitting there, taking his notes. and listening to the breeze, and all of a sudden, bunny ears smack his back as he is floating a little bit higher.
Can I help you?
Hello?
Yes,
Hi.
hello. Me here standing, ears and all.
You know, I know I'm short, but you might be,
Can I
may
help
I ask,
you?
may I ask, where you come from?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very well versed with social encounters, but do you first start with location, or do you even bother to know name before asking personal information?
I'm sorry, and he closes his book and puts it back in his pocket. And it kind of like awkwardly extends his hand and drops from floating absent-mindedly and stands on the ground. And my name is Silver. It's a pleasure to meet you. I apologize for my rudeness. I'm a little taken aback.
Thank you. There are social protocols, and it's typically important to follow those. And if you don't, it's incredibly awkward. So let me help you because it seems like you are a new year like myself, that if you're hoping to make more friends, you should learn how to greet people properly, which I'm told you stand up straight, you hold out your hand, and it needs to be a firm handshake, and you introduce yourself, and then you ask the other's name. So I am Keela, and you are?
Keela, my name is Silver. Pleasure to meet you.
Silver. Thank you.
Yes.
That's much better.
May I ask what you're here for? You mentioned you were a student as well, but which college were you looking to attend?
Oh, I'm obviously, she kind of points to her trunk behind her. It's full of books, but and a few other things. But I'm primarily focused on the School of Numeromancy. Goodness, I'm not very good with my words. I'm still working on it. Talking out loud is not. Well, this is going to be a lot of people, so I'm going to get used to it. So it'll be fine. Saying things out loud. It's a lot easier when you can just say it in your head. It goes a lot better that way.
Yes. You see, I'm looking to attend the Prismari.
Oh, yes, that is a very colorful school, isn't it?
Well, you see, I'm a little preoccupied with lineage, as you might have noticed. I've yet to find where my parents came from, so I have a little bit of a quandary. So.
Fascinating. So you must be particularly interested in some of the genealogy books that they have here and tracking those down.
Oh, yes. And he kind of like pulls a little bit of his sleeve up to reveal some of the draconic scales, even though he's a fairy. I am, as you can see, I'm not exactly common. So I'm trying to find what I might be. So.
That is fascinating. She's going to just reach out and kind of grab your arm a little bit.
See,
this is a really interesting picture. You know,
I'm not.
Are you sensitive?
Not
I'm sorry.
physically. Just.
Mudcat, I need you to make a perception check for me.
Ten.
You're traveling actually with kind of a small posse at the moment at the center of what you could consider a click fin group, people that you have known before heading in to Strixhaven proper, folks that you have known for quite some time, and individuals that usually hang on your every word. As you're passing by, you pay no attention to any of this surrounding, as your focus is clearly on why you're here. Describe yourself and what you look like.
All right, so Wilrent is surrounded by all of his compatriots. He looks like kind of like a Roman general, a little bit. Even though he's at school, he's wearing a full set of armor. And it's ice blue and kind of glows. He's got a purple, like a royal purple cape that's flowing behind him. Underneath one arm, he's carrying what looks like a kind of like a centurion helmet with a large blue plume over it. And he's just walking chest up, kind of short, black, slicked back hair. You know, he looks like a linebacker with a giant dimple in his square chin. It's just kind of the, you know, the classic lacrosse player. As he's walking with his chest up. And if you look over there, that is the library that my dad owns. As he points to the library, and if you excuse me, as he's putting his hand on people to physically move them out of the way as he's walking through.
Hey, Wilrin, look at these two losers over here. Pointing directly over at Killa and Silver.
Well, I guess we'll have time to see what that's all about later. But we have more important things to do. Jeremy, keep up. That trunk's not going to carry itself.
I'm coming.
He's basically just, it's first time on campus, but he's giving everyone the tour because he knows, you know, because he knows.
I need you to make an investigation check as you're actively trying to find where Silver Quill is at with your vision. Now you know where you want to go, but you don't know where this damn building is at. But you're headed towards orientation like everyone else, but you've been trying to focus in on that building in particular, but you still don't see it yet. You can RP it however you want to.
I know it was around here somewhere. He's gonna, but not being able to really find it, he's going to kind of move over towards Killa and Silver. Excuse me.
As Silver, as I hear this, my arm's gonna kind of flinch back from Killa as like a defensive and slip his sleeve back down. And yes.
Well, you can see my friends are lost and they're looking for Silver Quill.
Oh,
You look
unfortunately,
lost.
And he's just gonna sit there awkwardly, not knowing how to deal with antagonism and.
Well, speak up. Do you have a mouth? Does it work?
Don't pick on him.
Hey, listen, I will. If I'm talking to you, you will know it.
Can I roll a perception check here to
Yes,
see if I can? No, okay.
roll a
with this
perception
being-
check.
Okay, I was about to say I don't know if this is perception or knowledge.
I'm just like a little too close to Silver right now. Kind of looking down, just a little too close.
17.
17. You just kind of frantically and panically look, Silver, but you can see one of the long school banners that extends inside the commons here. And looking over, while not knowing exactly what all these buildings look like just yet,
Yeah.
you still recognize the color pattern that identifies all of these different buildings. And staring up at the top, you are able to see that famous black, gold, and white of Silver Quill.
So as he kind of does the glance and looks, he's going to start to float a little bit up to kind of scoot his eyes just above Wilrit. Oh, that's right. It's right there, and he's going to point past the giant library, the library that you were mentioning. It's beyond that. You should be able to see the
Yes,
the
that's
domes.
exactly where I thought it was. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
of
it's
course.
amazing what observation will do for you.
And he's gonna float back down and kind of get back to his normal.
He's gonna turn to Kill it. Do you have some sort of problem with me?
The information is clearly right in front of you. All you had to do was look around, and if you were requesting information, you could do so at least with a little bit of kindness. Goodness.
What do you mean? What do you mean with a little bit of kindness? I was perfectly kind to what was your name again?
My name is Silver.
Fantastic, Silva.
You didn't even.
What is your name? May I ask?
My name?
Yes.
You don't recognize me?
Unfortunately not. I've only been here for.
Wilrent Tilwell of the Tilwell fortune?
Oh, you're Tilwell. Oh, I should.
Maybe you know my father Marcus.
I don't believe we've ever met, but I think I know of him. I'm not from around here. You see, it's been a long journey.
But yes, I do know your family. It is an honor to meet one of the Tillwells, sir.
So yes, he's gonna get around him and put his arm around him. Now, listen, Silva, you stick with me, and you're gonna go places.
His name is Silver, not Silva.
Wait, your name's Silva, right?
Silver, like the dragon, sir.
Oh, well,
It's a
simple mistake. Anyone could have made it.
Don't worry.
Not if they listen.
You have a lot of things to think about.
Exactly. You understand. Thank you. You're very understanding.
Thank you.
You know what? I like you. You're gonna. You know what? I like you. You sit with me at lunch.
Okay. Thank you. It's a privilege.
Fantastic. And he's just gonna like rip his arm off you. Jeremy, let's go. He's marching off now to the silver quill.
You haven't pointed me where it's at. It's just on the poster. It's just like each one of these steps.
You don't need to know a direction. When I walk, you follow.
You got a point.
Yeah, I don't pay you to think.
I'm getting paid for this?
Well, if I was going to pay you, I wouldn't pay you to think.
Killa, I want you to roll a history check.
Oh god.
Oh,
Boom! 21. I've done my research before I came here.
you have been reading your bulletin,
Yes.
and you pick up on the last name because you were pretty thorough with this. His dad hasn't sponsored the library. His dad sponsored a pavilion, like public park pavilion.
Incredible.
Can I've heard of his parents. Like, my parents are a bit of like diplomats that go around and represent more of the rabbit folk to different countries and whatnot. Would they have heard at least of any major names, and would they have been included? Or are they just not quite at that level?
And if you were in particular, you would have like a actual like study room inside of the bibliothèque that is that near the actual source of learning. Theirs is definitely a pavilion outside of Strixhaven Stadium that is purely for tailgate purposes.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
So you don't recognize their name to be one of astute academia. Probably parents that may or may not have a broom dealership somewhere. Probably didn't even finish Strixhaven. You never know. Could just be a high-end donor.
Got it.
It's an expensive pavilion though.
The highest tier, right?
It's got the best picnic tables.
Listen, Silver, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a hint. You should be careful who you hang out with, or else you might find yourself part of like that douche parade over there, okay? I mean, you can hang out with whoever you want, but...
Well,
Ugh.
see, I've never really had a chance to choose my friends before, so if you would be so kind, I would like to be yours.
Okay, well, let's see if we first have some things of commonalities. Let's find out.
Yes.
If we meet the right criteria, then we can be an appropriate match. Because honestly, if we're not compatible, why would we even bother, right?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. So, first of all, do you like studying?
Yes, he pulls out his notebook of notes that he's gathered while traveling and things that he would like to study.
What are extracurriculars that you enjoy?
So honestly, at the moment, I've been traveling and I was orphaned for much of my childhood, so I don't really have too much outside of what I've used for survival at this point.
Orphan, that would actually be a really interesting story. I'd like to hear more of that. I'm going to write that down. That would be good. Okay, good.
Okay.
Riley,
Thank you.
you come strolling past this awkward interview that's also... It's unavoidable. They're like at the top of the steps in the Archway Commons. So they're right now the first just very, very nerdy thing that you see on the way in at the moment. So you pass by this friendship interview. You can roll perception check if you pick up on any of its awesomeness or not. Hot rolls. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you hear every ounce of this friendship interview going on at the
Great.
moment.
Great.
Go ahead and describe what your character looks like.
So my character is quite tall. We love a tall lass. Wearing not too expensive clothes, and carrying also not much with her. Just a few books, like strapped around, like with a belt wrapped around it. And the books aren't in great shape. As she walks up the steps, she's kind of sneering at the whole place, and as she brushed past the nerds, she remarks on it out loud, goes, "Nerds," and just keeps moving past.
Did I
Can hear
someone
them
call to
saying,
us?
"Do you like studying?" And the other one feverishly grabbing for a book to be like, "Of course I do." And, you know, as someone who studies myself but doesn't boast about it, you know.
Listen,
She
I
can't
just
help
want
but
friends,
remark on the
okay?
nerds.
I just want friends, okay? That's like. Anybody else remember the frantic things you did to try and find friends? No, just me?
Yeah, just you.
Yeah, okay, cool. My friends always came to me.
But yeah, as she keeps kind of walking past, she's kind of thinking to herself, well, yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot of that as I head off to the School of Magics, the School of Mages, all of these. Kind of just nonplussed with the whole situation. Here to learn all she can, but still on the outside.
Reck. About this time, you come strolling up those steps too. Roll a perception check and then describe yourself. $14. You pay no attention to the awkward conversation from the rabbit folk and the fae. However, you are keened in on the small bit. I would say you have a patch somewhere. And I want to get your name right, Riley. How do you pronounce it again?
Tehanu.
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 Describe somewhere that you have a Witherbloom patch or pin, something that would indicate that is where you want to end up. You get to describe it, Riley. You get to describe it on Tehanu. Just an indicator that Reck's character sees.
There, a belt has a bunch of, like a very utilitarian belt. There's a lot of pouches and stuff on it, and on one of those pouches is a Witherbloom, life and death symbol.
Rain,
Nice.
you in particular see this.
Oh, Witherbloom? Sweet. Because on my gear, I have like Witherbloom stickers and stuff. So I'm just like super casual, like no books, like nothing educational on me. Casually like have this like spear of water in my hand that I'm like using like a fidget spinner, looking around.
You are easily the Foz of this group by miles.
Yeah, I'm just big chilling all around. looking around, and then I spot the patch. So I was like, yeah, Witherbloom. Is that where you're going? What's your name?
I turn around and approach. Hi, my name's Tehanu. You can call me Tay. And
Well,
we're
hey-
allowed to be friends as long as we don't end up like those two over there.
What are they
Gesturing
talking
back
about?
to the nerds.
They talking about studying? That's not, we don't do that here.
Great. We're gonna get along.
Perfect. Yo.
What's your name?
My name's Rain, and this over here, and like right behind me is a very, very, very large wolf puppy. That there is Atlas. He's just a little
I-
guy.
Love dogs. Atlas!
Don't call him a dog. He's a wolf.
May I pet?
I just look back at Atlas. And he just sits. Go ahead.
And then remembering that I'm supposed to be playing it cool because I'm just getting college. Damn. Nice wolf. Nice wolf. Nice to meet you, Atlas. Rain.
Pleasure meeting you.
And those paws on Atlas are just clubs that you can see that are just sitting there into the ground. What color is his fur?
Oh, he's all white.
It's all white. Dope.
He's an
Ice
Arctic boy.
white.
Damn, I just realized that Rain's got those natural upperclassmen tendencies, going for walks, picking up anybody. Upperclassmen moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 300 level class companion animals that actually existed in my university. Literally could walk dogs for class.
Nice.
We
We love that. We love that.
Noise.
As you all begin to slowly push forward towards the bibliothèque, there are
Biblioteca?
bibliothèque. There are two twins, both with bright orange red hair. Not too far from the actual bridge entrance to the biblio. And you can see in between, unlike everyone else who's been able to play it cool, you can clearly see their mother in cafeteria dress whites, currently going over long lists. Wilrant, I want you to roll a perception check. (16) With you this far in the lead, you can be the first one to stumble upon the scene. Now I got everything lined out for your big first year. I know it's gonna be important. I know you don't want your mother here, just all up in your business, but it's important that you get everything right here. We got an incredible opportunity. Ruger, you haven't even washed your face before you got out today. Mom, you could just lay off for a little bit. Me and Burra, it will be just fine. I promise. He's the one you need to worry about anyway. I'm gonna worry about both of you, okay? Now, this isn't just playing shop anymore. You're actually gonna have to put some aptitude and effort behind it. I know it's gonna be difficult, but your father was able to work and apprentice at the same time. And I know the rest of these kids aren't gonna be doing that, but you can do it. You're a Godwin. And if you need anything, you know that your mom is here, and so is Torgr. Even if he's busy, there are plenty of friends here behind these walls. This is our home now. And for God's sakes, Can you stay out of trouble for one day? I'll be fine. You need to worry about her. Get off of my back, Reck. As you walk past this family scene of the surviving members of Godwin's family. Currently, Judy Godwin has been using her skills of epic dwarfsman chefsmanship inside Strixhaven now for over 18 years. As well as Torg working for this student body who has risen through the ranks of becoming a headmaster.
As I walk by with my crew, I'm just gonna lean over my shoulder to them, to my friends, and just be, I think it's great that they're doing so much charity work here.
And you can see as you walk by, it's definitely, they're all in very functional Carhartt bibs and overalls. Like they have grease on them. They literally look like they have just gotten out of a pig pen because they have to work on campus currently and put their
I think
skills.
That's just great. Good for them.
I'm gonna roll a perception check. Mom's annoying. Oh God. Oh God. We're a different breed. No.
Oblivious. Clean out those ears. Come on.
Do not perceive.
Well, hell yeah, my nickname's Chainsaw, and I don't care. Literally, he's spreading sinuses. I actually chalk and spit as it goes flying over near your shoes, Wilrent. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh,
16.
just able to dodge this just massive boiler room loogie. It's, you know, it's black as night just as it hits the ground.
He'll stop just short of it as it hits at his feet, and then he'll turn slowly, swishing his cape, and just. I think that you might need to watch where you're spitting.
That's a fancy looking weighted blanket you got there on your back. Surely that'll.
It probably costs more than your entire life.
They're quite expensive. Oh, when I just want a weighted blanket, I just go and I grab two. But that thing's that's pretty fancy.
Oh, hey, if you like it so much, maybe one day I'll let you wash it.
Is Silver hear this? Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear this because we're all walking that way, or am I too far away?
You're still talking with Killa, but you may do so with disadvantage.
If we're still back there, I'm not worried about it.
Well, we're walking because there's no way I'm going to be late to my first orientation.
You're walking and
so-
talking.
So we are.
Yeah, we're walking and doing this interview.
Cool.
Oh, I see how it's going to be. Well, I can certainly use a rag to wipe down from the boiler room, so I might take you up on that offer.
Yes, well, anytime you can crawl yourself out of the grease for long enough to come have a conversation, you just let me know when.
That's right. I'll make sure to look for where the douchebags are next time. I'll find you. Beretta just punches him in the ribs. Well, you already got to stop shitting on first day, do you? You know, that's more job.
Rolled a 14 on the perception check with disadvantage.
14, you can hear bickering, but you can't pick up exactly what they're bickering about.
Cool. It's gonna turn to Keela.
It kind of looks like he's getting in trouble again.
I was asking you your favorite color. What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, you're gonna lose points for not having good listening skills, but what were you saying?
Oh, just, Wilrent looks like he was getting in trouble with a spat with somebody, that's all.
Well, does he look like he's winning, or do we need to go in and help?
Well, considering, it looks like he dodged something. At least it would have matched the color of his shoes. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, see? If they can stand up for their own fights, you should let them. It makes them stronger, doesn't it? I mean, I wouldn't want anyone fighting my fights. I fight my fights every single time. So, actually, from a strategic standpoint, it would be really good if we made friends with other people who didn't like him. So we should go over and say hello. Go ahead, you can go first and you can practice your introduction skills. If you're good at this and can help me find more friends, I'll add you to my list officially, because then you would have passed enough.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's gonna not quite skip because he can float-ish, but that kind of like you start to like move a little bit quickly and you start to kind of do that jog and then he just starts floating halfway through.
I'm still pulling my trunk along. Come on. Trying to keep up here with Mr. Floaty Pants.
He's gonna wait till Wilrent has started to like move on before he approaches them though. Are you guys still having the argument?
Oh no, Will.
No, he's moved on.
Had the argument.
Cool.
Wilrent will he'll turn back and start walking off. Talking to his friends. Not even worth the time.
And so Silver will kind of like finish floating over, and excuse me.
And you're floating over to who?
Who would be? I would assume Ruger would be closer.
I mean, they're both right there.
Okay, Mr. Dwarf.
Mr. Dwarf.
I don't know your name yet, so I would like to publicly introduce myself. My name is Silver, and we had some problems with that man earlier, so we wanted to come make sure you guys were good.
Oh, you had some problems, did you?
Yes.
Well, he did. I'm fine.
I did. Yes. He is brutish might be the word I say.
Well, the next time that you have a problem with that douchebag, I'll bet you come find me and I'll help take care of it for you.
And he's gonna turn back towards Keela and be like, that's good, right?
That is excellent. Yes, we accept your deal. I'm Keela.
Keela, nice to meet you. My name's
Excellent.
Ruger, and this is my sister Beretta.
Hello, Beretta.
A pleasure.
This seems to be a really good alliance together. I like this.
As the twins both look at each other and kind of roll their eyes. Make an alliance is all, we?
No, it seems like the smart thing to do. Find individuals that you can at least have similar objectives with, and that will help make what they consider a foundational experience at the collegiate level, which is called friendship.
Oh.
I just don't like him. If you don't like him too, I think that's all that I need.
Beretta's going to stick her arm out over towards yours, Killa.
Mm-hmm.
Killa, let me tell you a little thing about demerits and how we're gonna get all of them that we can get. And she's gonna gesture for you to follow her in her flowing red pigtails.
Oh, no, I can't do demerits. I'm not allowed to get any demerits, or I will not be allowed to stay here. So, no demerits for me, unfortunately. Yeah, you can have, well, it's probably better if we recognize the importance of rules and we follow through with them as best we can. But within the rules, we can certainly make sure that we win in a quite victorious manner. There's a lot of fun to be had within guidelines.
But it's the most prestigious trophy of all of them. Certainly you've heard about the anchor.
Well, what are you going to do with it?
The individual that gets the most demerits not only gets the golden anchor, but gets all of them removed from the record. That is the only award that I'm shooting for.
This just baffles Keela for a second. You can just see like her brain slightly glitching in its process.
See,
I could land a couple different ways with this, but ultimately I'm going to decide at this point that I'm going to appreciate your ambition and encourage you to pursue whatever goals that you would like and recognize that we have different outcomes. Yes.
I can't wait
that
to
seems
change
be
your
the best
mind.
compromise. I am like a tree with very thick roots, but there might be some other nicer opportunities in which we can collaborate because group projects are important to do, apparently.
Oh, you sound like somebody that can help me with our homework as well. See, I can help you breaking the rules, and you can help me out with what's inside the books. That's a kind of a partnership.
To be honest, I've not been considered a highly rated tutor in the past. I'm just apparently very impatient when it comes to receiving information.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not here to listen. I'll just copy.
This is high school.
Silver, would you like to leave right now?
What?
He's gonna do like the panic looking at multiple parties thing and just if you are, I don't mind. Yeah, we can. I'll follow you.
She is going to bow to Beretta. It has been wonderful to meet you. I thank you for your conversation and your kindness and the potential of some negotiated partnership in the future.
Oh, wait up. Let me explain myself. Come on. You had to do it on the first day, didn't you? Someday you're gonna learn how to butter the bread first, Beretta. She goes running off after the both of you. As Ruger looks over and sees that Judy has been here the entire time.
Oof.
Don't tell me you heard all this, Mom. I am doing my best to block every single bit of this out. And she spit rags him one last time. Oh, God. Now run on with yourself. And go get your sister out of trouble. Thanks, Mom. I'll tell Torg you said hi. You better. Go on, get with yourself. As even Ruger in his dwarven Carhartts begins to turn in, heading towards the center of campus. I'm gonna let you guys go refresh your beverage real quick and use the restroom, and we'll pick up outside the bibliothèque. I need a survival navigation check from everybody.
Yeah.
Survival.
Mm-hmm.
Survival.
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 And then we all died.
You're right. What?
Oh,
I like how they all actually roll when we roll them together.
Keela, you gotta get that book out of your nose. Are you kidding me?
yeah, jeez. I'm just busy reading.
A 10? Chat, I need cards. I need inspiration.
Chat, I rolled 2 20s in a row. It's all going downhill from here.
What in the world?
Can't wait
Do
for
not perceive these 20s.
all the loot to start coming back. Saving our asses.
Wow, the one who is the most focused on getting to orientation. All right,
I have to finish my notes, okay?
Very important notes.
I'm writing about
Many leather-bound books.
Oof.
well.
I'm looking over here.
Is it because you guys are following me?
I got a lot of negative ones, man.
We're level 3. We got a lot more negative ones than we'd like.
But Rigger is on the struggle bus for real.
You know, didn't inherit his father's survival skills.
I mean, his father
wasn't around.
His father at least made it
How
to
could
like,
he?
what, level whatever, 14, whatever we're at.
Raised by a single mom and an ogre.
Wow.
Ogre that suddenly decided to become an academic.
Yeah, we love a queer family.
Hey, at least when Torg planeswalked, he didn't just like turn into sloth. That would have been brutal.
True, at least it didn't revert.
Oh, that'd have been something.
That would have been so awful. It's like, oh, you leave this plane, you leave all the knowledge that you learned.
Where's the rock? I need to find the rock. Lift all the rocks.
All right, so everybody except for Killa and Ruger and Beretta, you guys have all looked down at your orientation and seen that you need to meet actually your counselor out front so they can get you to the proper dormitory. As you guys are scanning the different sheets, you see that it is a Alkin that you're supposed to meet with that is in the front. That is going to be handling your arrangements. She is your student advocate at the moment. Right.
We love advocating for student.
Ooh, the
You know?
student.
Mm.
Yeah.
Where'd my other tab go? Oh, I forgot. I got like 18 of them over here on this side too. Good. As the rest of you arrive, you look down at the sheet and you see that their name is Mavinda. And you see a brownish Alkin with white accents, a small set of spectacles in the front. Currently talking to another student that looks just as confused as most of the folks do. A couple of books in her arm, long curly hair.
Bro, this art, don't talk to me.
Wild.
It's so good.
I'm gonna cry. This is so good.
The owl leans in and says,
That's the haircut I want.
As you all approach, you don't need to worry. It is everyone's first day. Remember that. The girl nods and begins to walk away. Mavinda's eyes pierce out at the next group that's forming up in front of her. Looking down, pulling out a small pocket watch and looking at the time. Is this group C32? C32! Is this group C32?
Can I do a perception check on my little piece of paper?
You could look down. You are, in fact, group C32. All of you are group C32.
I look over to Rain and go, "It's the nerds."
Oh man, we're in a group with them.
It's fine. It's fine. As long as we don't room with any of them.
Don't jinx it.
Okay, you're right. I shouldn't have said that.
looking down her list. Oh man, I wish I had this actually in alphabetical order. I wasn't fast enough to be able to look at it.
How well do you know your alphabet?
Pressure's on. Let's go.
Some people have last names, some people don't. Wilrent Tywell. Wilrent. Do I have a Wilrent Tywell?
It's Tilwell, but easy mistake.
Tillwell.
I don't want any special treatment. Just treat me like everyone else.
It's Tywell. I've heard that before. The pavilion, yes, the pavilion next to the stadium. That's
Yes, like I said, I don't want any special treatment.
I've actually tagged here a special note for you, Mr. Tywell. Understand that it was your desire to get into Newhall. And like all universities that haven't got a donor yet for their brand new suite style living dormitory that's entirely overpriced. Mm-hmm. This one is also called Newhall, that you've wanted to get into. A suite all to your own, while the rest of your friends could be on the other side. There seems to be a bit of an overload within the system. Promise you that you still have a private suite for yourself, but we will be relocating you to Deermont for this semester. There aren't any other available rooms inside of Newhall.
Well, he'll stop for a second and get really still as his eyes like become very like dark and black. He's gonna like zone out, almost like straightforward, like just a, like anime. My face is now covered in shadows. Like,
roll a history check if you know about the Dirty D.
Nope. 6.
It's just not what you wanted.
Just being. I'm just for a second. Just gonna be very. And then just almost like a light switch. Just yes, it's no problem. I don't want any special treatment. just like a light switch.
I'm gonna nudge Tay and be like, I know that's not a tool talking about they don't want special treatment. What?
Did you see how his face dropped? My lord.
That man is shook.
I'll let you guys roll history checks about Deermont Hall as well.
This D&D Beyond integration is so sexy. That's right. You know why she doesn't study? Because she doesn't need to, all right?
Just natural.
It's already up here.
So, you don't know much about Deermont, but Rain, you do. You know it to be the one place on campus that still has bars over the windows, as it used to be used for an old infirmary before it was repurposed into a community living center. It's probably the most uncomfortable of all the different halls that are there. No magical temperature settings to take care of the heat, only an archaic boiler system that seems to run even on the days that you don't need it heating the floor, as it sends hot oil caravening through pipes at all odd hours of the night, ringing out at even the most inopportune moments. It is definitely the student body's least desirable dormitory.
Those bars ain't for keeping people out, it's for keeping people in.
What is this place? Or what did it used to be?
Joke's on them, though. I'm gonna be able to stay cool. Everyone else is gonna be sweat. I got all this water. I'm good. I gotta keep up cool. Okay, he's got too much fur for that shit.
You signed up for this shit. You like, hey man, you're gonna save money in Deermont. Like, you got this figured out already. Looking back down at her list again, do we have a I'm seeing this a Rain and Tayano Tamar.
Right here, Chief.
Present. Ooh. Good. You all to be assigned the same floor on Deermont as well. Looking down further the list.
The same floor as Tilwell?
Same floor. Yes. You are all in C32.
Oh, Tilwell.
All right.
All right.
Going, then.
Killer, Ruger, Beretta.
Oh, yes. What is it? Looking for an escape.
I need you to roll a perception check if you hear this, because you still haven't been able to reach there yet. But you're right on the cusp.
Oh.
You are running with your hand up.
It's me? Yes, I'm sorry I'm late. It's me. Keela here.
There's a little hop in there, somewhere.
Do not forget, child, that we are on a strict schedule. Even on moving day, it is pertinent to be on time. And sometimes on time means even being earlier. Now, your dog is permitted inside the premises, Rain. I do see the slip that you have here, but just a reminder that if this pupper causes any noises late night, we'll have to make arrangements. Do you understand?
You're not gonna hear a peep out of Atlas. He's a good boy.
Good. And where are the Godwins? Roll perception checks.
Ooh.
Oh,
You lucky duck.
Wilrit, you're the first to spot immediately. You can see just the shoes and the pigtails upside down as Ruger is holding Beretta as she is currently swiping coins from the fountain. Literally picking up stacks. They have two small sets over by them already. As you can hear him, stick me out, fish me out just a little bit longer. Don't we need to hurry up? We're gonna have to get inside soon. Come on, make haste. Just a little bit further now, come on.
Absolutely disgraceful. I feel sorry for whoever has to room with them.
Well, that would be
like listening.
That would be who, Mr. Wilrent.
He was not listening. Just gonna take a deep breath. Just talk to himself. Every hero's journey is filled with trials and tribulations. I will overcome this.
As the Godwins come over and they're now wet Carhartts with their new pockets stuffed with coins from the suckers on move-in day. Ruger and Beretta reporting. You are on in block C32 with the rest of these fine individuals I'm sure you'll all get acquainted just fine. Wilrent, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw as Beretta reaches into her Carhartt pocket and pulls out a small koi fish.
Nope.
It's this whole fish. It's your leg. I thought there was something in my pocket. As it slaps up against your leg and kind of fish scales and gets the rest of you wet. Oh, hold on. I just need to take this fish back. And she reaches down and grabs it.
I will step on it.
Oh.
I will casually stomp on it.
Well, I guess we know who's got the daddy issues here.
Oh, I'm
Reck.
sorry. Was this your fish? I total slip of the foot. Guess I should be more careful where I'm walking.
I guess this one marks another one for Witherbloom.
At least maybe you'll have a great dinner tonight. As I take my foot and kind of like scoot it towards her.
Silver's gonna kind of lean over towards Keela here and go, I don't think koi fish are a delicacy around here.
I don't think
Are
so
they?
either.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw from Beretta.
Good
My
God.
Lord.
Brilliant.
Fucking charismatic.
Steaming. She picks up that now dead fish by the back of its scales and she twirls back around and she swings with it as hard as she can at your square jaw. Unarmed strike coming in.
That's fair. Good for her.
Oh no! That 20 was so close.
I'm
Unarmed strike.
gonna catch her wrist. Careful, it seems like we've both slipped here.
At that point, Ruger's going to lean over and grab a hold of your wrist. I think we have slipped up just a little bit now, haven't we? Wouldn't want to be getting off on the wrong foot now, would we? As he's going to step on your ankle as he moves forward. Just enough to put pressure on you.
Y'all, I don't know what's going on, but I ship it.
Beretta is steaming and pissed as she yanks her hand away. Both of you get your hands off me, you filthy dogs.
He's gonna look at Ruger and just an honest misunderstanding between folks, I think.
Won't it be an interesting semester? Who? Shall we, children? Are we done peacocking about?
It kind of waves his hand. I didn't hear you call my name, miss.
Oh, yes, Silver,
Yes. I just wanted to make sure that I was in the right place.
Silver Augustus. You're in block C32 as well.
Thank you.
Brain's gonna think to herself, yo, why did they keep calling the C block? I think they're lying about the infirmary part. This shit.
Ruger begins to back down and gives the stink eye over to his sister Beretta. Can we just move along now? She's still squeezing and holding this dead fish. She just kind of storms off with it still in her hands.
This entire encounter, Wilwart's just literally smiling, like, you know, sparkling teeth smile.
Bastard.
Just friendly as could be.
Ruger flashes his definitely pemmican stained yellow teeth back towards your way.
And then as you leave, he'll even will even kind of bow as a, you know, a mock respect.
Come, the bell strikes. We need to get you into your dormitories. Follow me.
Rain's gonna jog up next to Bretta. Hey, give me the fish.
Persuasion check.
Yes.
Heck.
Come on.
Heck.
Wisdom check. I saw multiple numbers come in.
It's very confusing.
It's a lot of things happening.
Bretta eyes you up and down, but she slowly hands you the fish. What can you do with it?
Take it dead or unconscious.
Is it dead or unconscious?
Yeah.
I stomped and squished.
It's
That's not going to be very good.
One
Just to know my intentions as the person stomping.
1d4 if it's a 3 or a 4, the fish is dead.
rolling that.
No, that's Wilrent, because he's the one
okay.
he's the one who smashed it. So if it's a 3 or 4, it's dead.
Damn it.
Dead fish.
Fish is dead.
Heavy boots.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the fish and look it over because I didn't know it was dead. I was just trying to see if I could like get its health back so I could put it back in where you got it from.
It's a nice sentiment, but it looks a little beyond repair.
Yeah, it's pretty it's been reorganized from the inside.
Reorganized.
God damn it.
Reorganized is what he said, folks.
Wilrent, the reorganizer.
God, please no.
Poor fish, wasn't its fault.
Yes. He's so excessive.
Yeah, he's a right prick, isn't he?
Indeed.
Well, since we're on the same block together, how about me and you figure how we're gonna him real good. First day. He's got the kind of face that looks like a boy who'd wet the bed. What do you
I'm
say?
listening.
Partners in crime and pranking his self-righteous koi fish killing mangy ass. What do you say?
You know, I'm in. He's gonna regret taking life and death into his own hands like that.
she sticks out her pinky, gives it a big lick on the thumb, goes in for a pinky swear on you, Rain.
I take a step to the right, and Atlas licks the thumb.
Wow.
But instead of the thumb, like he's just so big, like it's like her entire like arm.
I like it. What's his name?
It's Atlas. I mean, he's so huge, but he's really just a puppy. I know he comes up to my shoulder, but like he's really young.
He's officially in on it too. That makes 3 of us as she smashes your thumbs together. That's a deal. And just as quick as she makes that partnership with you, her hands are back in her pockets as she is skipping towards the door with extreme intent on thinking about exactly how she's going to get Wilrent back. Ruger rolls his eyes again because he already knows what's coming.
As she turns her heel, I'm back to my water spear / fidget spinner. And now currently spinning it like a basketball on my finger.
You all begin making your way towards a very, very old building. With that Alkin leading your way, you can see Mavinda taking you past as sections of folks are turning off in what looks like any other dormitory that you would rather be in, except for this old castle-like building. It has the court of ancient charm if it were a museum, but this is definitely where you're going to be staying. Going up sets of winding Gothic stairs. You don't know if the artwork and tapestries on the wall had been changed since this building was constructed. Large stone steps that lead up past old faded burgundy and reds. It's just got this 1970s style aesthetic for colleges on the inside, possibly even the smell of an old bowling alley that's been smoked in. You can see that array of browns, oranges, and yellows wherever you go. It seems like every spot that you may put your hand, poofs of dust actually come out of. Fantasia style, you can see several mage hands attending and trying to sweep up and clean. As you can see, this dormitory seems to be the last one possibly prepared. As you get to the main commons, Mavinda begins handing out keys to everyone. Now, be careful there are not any extra sets of these keys, as Dearmont is quite old to begin with. And these keys do come with a hefty replacement fee, so please mend to them. Wilrent Tyrell, your suite is right over here.
It's a little cramped. Is there any way we could? Do you think we could move this wall? Maybe take it out.
It's a good sense of humor you have for day one for not getting inside Newhall, but the chess set is here as you've requested. You should be lucky that you have a window and some lights inside here. Mr. Ruger, as per your contract with student employment, your room will be suite style off to the side of Wilrent's. Oh, you gotta be Kidding me.
Looks like you and I are going to be best buds.
He takes his bag out and slowly begins to unroll it in the small room that's off to the side. You can actually tell that he occupies what was your master closet. As now you have an actual, instead of a bookcase over here to the side, it has been turned into an armoire.
Perfect. Yeah. As long as this statue is still here, right?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, because I did request the marble statue in the corner. Perfect.
And
Who's the statue of your dad?
Yep. 100% of my dad.
Ruger's gonna look that statue up and down. Good, this guy is full of shit. As he looks over and sees that obviously this statue has been here for quite some time. As this layer of dust is caked on and thick. You can see part of his arm has crumbled off at this point. Now come, Silver. Come here. You're right below.
This is much bigger than I expected. Thank you.
Really, you weren't expecting a suite?
No, not at all. No. Very unexpected.
Oh, well, I think we'll make note of that and see if there's any extra overflow of students that come in and out. Since you have plenty of room, we'll make note of that.
Oh. Oops.
Go.
Now, come. The rest of you. Rain, Teanu, Killa,
Me? Yes, Keela.
Beretta, come here. As Mavinda takes you into a large group style setting. These will be your quarters in C32.
Oh, these are quite lovely, thank you. Yes.
Thanks.
We're all of us are here in this shared room.
And once again, the closet on this side has been turned into a room where Beretta's is, and there's going to be a doorway right over here. That's not seen. Oh, hey, you got an old token sitting over here. Let me drag and drop your new one.
I've just been hanging out. Surprise, guys, I'm a twin.
I want you to describe one thing inside your room each that's in here. We'll start with you, Killa.
So Keela actually, first thing, pulls the trunk to the edge of one of the beds and flips open that trunk. It's actually really, literally half of it is just filled with books. But on top of all of that, just wrapped up in a blanket, she kind of just unveils it, is this cute little stuffed bunny that is equally just matching her. Just perfect little white face, teal eyes, little smile, and hearts sewn into its cheeks that she just gently sets on top of her bed. All right, well, this is home now. Wonderful. Hello, roommates. She's just gonna kind of look expectantly around the room and see if anyone will make eye contact with her.
Keela, is it?
Keela, yes, I'm Keela.
Nice to
First
meet
year.
you.
It's nice to meet you. Oh, hi, yes. Oh, good. You know how to greet people. Thank you. And your name is?
Yes, I do know how to greet people. My name's Tehanu.
Tehanu, thank you. It's wonderful to meet you. And may I ask, what school are you focused in?
I'm a Witherbloom candidate.
Oh, fascinating. That is a very good choice. Really interesting studies they do over there.
I sure think so. With that, Tehanu's gonna walk over to the window and kind of like peek out, the window by her bed. She wants to like see what she can see out that window, of the campus. And then unclips one bag from her belt, and opens it up, and in it are like just like a few like rings that like she's already decked out, rings on every finger, kind of that sort of has too much, so wears everything, and so that bag that's full of other jewelry just ends up sitting right by the pillow on the far side, away from Keela, right under the pillow.
Looking out that window way, you actually see all the trash is lined up from the dormitories outside of that view.
Well, it's a gorgeous view out here, let me tell you, folks.
And you get a good waft of it.
No.
As they've been cleaning out all of these dormitories, trying to get them ready. Oh, you can smell all the treasures that were drug out here before. Oh.
Well, so much for getting roomed up with the rich kid. I don't know why we're in these digs.
Oh, I don't think you'd want to really share much of a room with that. Well, I'm just gonna say that asshole. My goodness, he's absolutely rude.
All right, she listens up a little.
Yo, who Brain's on the other side of the room and hears that, it's like, oh, go on.
Did you see him? He's just absolutely entitled. My father owns this. My father bought that. That's a lie, and I hate liars. I don't even understand the point of it. I mean, if you're gonna be a big thing, be a big thing, but make sure it's by your actions, not by some fake deeds of your parents. Seriously. What kind of entitled ass does he think he is?
Beretta sticks her head out from the main closet. Look over here. I think I actually found a half bag of Franzia. And she slaps it. I can't believe it. I think somebody's left some box of wine here.
Are we allowed to have wine in the dorms?
Oh, of course we are. And she comes running out with the bag of wine, and she jumps and just like ass first on the end of your bed, slams down the other side, and she holds up the bag for you and drains it all down to one side.
I drank a lot before I came to campus, but you guys can drink it.
You
drank a lot before you came to campus.
That's a super normal thing to do.
Yeah.
Is that why you were late to orientation?
I am not normally late, okay? Punctuality is very important, and I understand that it is incredibly rude to do so, but I apologize for being late.
Insight check for Beretta. That's a 7. Oh, good. I'm glad I got a drinking buddy then. She lifts it up and just pours it in. It's a little like cooking wine, but it gets the job done. And she slaps the bag.
You know what? I know the best pairing for drinks are snacks. So I will focus on finding us snacks. There's got to be some, maybe further in your room closet, Beretta. I'll just check over there instead. Can I do an investigation check to see if I see any snacks? I don't know how gross those are going to be if they've been left in there, but...
Y'all, please do give an investigation check.
An 11.
Oh, an 11. You find some old moldy cheese Ritz over in the corner, left over from a Cracker Barrel, long since forgotten.
Oh, okay. She's just gonna hold that. I'm just gonna go throw this away. Maybe we could. Oh, you want these?
No, you see, The top's just moldy. You can get to the other side. And she breaks it off and licks the cheese from the other unmoldy side of the cracker.
You know, that's only true for certain foods, that it's okay to cut off the moldy part. Rest of the time, it's typically just an indicator that the whole thing is bad, especially if it's been, you know, you just eat it. It's fine.
Oh, she just barely is able to keep this down.
I'm going to try not to throw up either right now. That is a sight. Your constitution is amazing. Oh.
I've always told, get it from my daddy.
Oh, that's a delight. Do you typically, you know, engage in testing your iron stomach with your father?
No, I just like trying new things.
I can respect that. I can. But maybe moving forward, I'll just bake you something new. I'm actually very good in the kitchen.
What are you gonna bake on, are you?
I am, if I have the right ingredients, and that's the hard part, because the nice thing about baking is that it's very much so like a science. So if you can figure that out and you've got the guidelines and you just follow your little cookbook, you can make practically anything.
Oh, you get along with my mom real well. You know, not to sound like I'm another big wheel running around here. My mom works up over at the cafeteria. I bet she can get us some of them goods. We get some brownies up in here.
See, that would be a delight. If she can get us access to that kitchen, I can make some really amazing brownies that will just blow your mind, just filled with chocolate and fudge and caramel.
We're gonna be best friends.
Good. The rest of you, do you enjoy brownies as well?
I enjoy whatever food you put in front of my face.
Any restrictions? I understand that everybody has different dietary needs, so I'm very happy to try to accommodate as it pushes me to try new recipes.
Nothing for me. Just don't give chocolate to the pup, right?
Right. Oh, animal-friendly snacks. I can add that to my recipe list. Let me make a note. Learn. She's just gonna whip out her little notebook. It's just this brown little leather patch that has this embroidery along the side, and she just has scribbles all throughout the whole thing, clearly many times worn, the binding completely broken. Learn wolf friendly treats. Got it.
Oh, and she leans over and looks over at you, Rain. Oh, yeah, she looks back over at Killa and tries to mouth like she's not gonna hear, but it's very air apparent. We're gonna fill those brownies with marijuana.
What?
Nothing. Just talking about all the different sprinkles and extra D's that we can put inside them.
Right. And if we can stick with like really nice fruit as well, kind of as a topping, you can do ice cream with fresh strawberries. It's absolutely delightful. Really good fresh ingredients are good. I actually have
It'll be wonderful
this
fresh
homemade ice
ingredients,
cream.
I promise. 100% natural.
Sure.
Right.
Rain's just in the corner trying to hide her laugh.
Uh-huh. Okay. We'll keep that in mind.
Oh, no. Beretta looks down. Why did I sign up for the first shift? I should have told my... I always regret it. As she goes back in and gets her long gloves and just this massive wrench out and a small toolkit. I wish I could be here for the rest of the bonding, but I gotta go work in the boiler room over here. Don't mind the noise. As she immediately runs off to begin working in the boiler room to start her first shift.
Right. So that was Beretta. She likes food, even bad food. Possible cheat. Don't tell her I said that. But very friendly. and clever. She seems very wicked smart. Great. Okay, there. That is meeting my quota of introductions today. Got it. Well, that was easy. I was really worried that would be a little bit harder, but it turns out social interactions are not as draining as I thought they would be. So far, at least.
Brain's just over here like, yo, meeting her quota. Do we even talk to each other yet? Why does she have a quota?
Are you asking out loud for me?
It's like under my breath.
Oh, are you curious about my process? I'm somebody who likes to document. I see myself as my own experiment. It's much easier for me to analyze myself that way. So I know that one of the things I'm not very good at is getting along with others. I have been described as insufferable sometimes. So I'm working on it as one of my learning objectives and trying to make friends. Plus, I also promised one of my sponsors that I would try to get along and that by the end of the first week, I could call someone a friend. So
Serious.
it's an effort.
Why, you play a sport or something?
Oh, yes, actually, I am. I do powerlifting. I find that it's actually a very efficient sport for building the muscle. Plus, because I'm short, it actually is very, very advantageous for me because it doesn't take as much for me to lift it off the ground because I don't have to lift it very high because I'm shorter.
Powerlifting. Okay, I wouldn't have pegged you as a powerlifter.
Oh, it's a wonderful solo sport. I enjoy it. I don't really have to look at people. Just focus
That is
you in the
true.
weights, right? You
It
put
is
some good
incredibly
headphones
solo.
in. Right. So you do sports as well. Excellent. What is it? Let me add that in my notes.
I like to spell surf.
Oh, you're a spell surfer? That takes an immense amount of skill. That's handy.
Gotta be a little dexterous. I don't have to put a lot of strength in it.
But, well, it takes a lot of technique and intuition, really. I mean, plenty of people, I've heard so many stories of people drowning from it. It's horrific, but yet captivating. I am one of those weird individuals who are drawn to those kind of stories. It's very strange. But did it just come to you and you were like, that's the thing that I want to do?
Well, it is a little difficult for a water genasi to drown.
Oh, I didn't. Yes. Yeah, I see that now. I see that now.
I see that now.
I'm going to sit down on my bed and just listen. Just mortified.
Rain has no idea that that was even a burn. It was just like a thought that just came out.
Just
We're just chilling. Yeah, spell surfing is a pretty dope sport. But you're right. You really need to have your spell casting technique on it, and your reaction time's got to be good. 'Cause those waves come in kind of crazy.
Well, I would love to attend any of your competitions because I've never actually been to one before and I'd be fascinated by the process. That, and I've also never actually attended somebody else's sporting event. And I'd like to try out that concept of being a cheerleader because that's also noted as one of the iconic schooling experiences.
Oh, if this here institution has at least an intramural spell surfing team here, then we might be able to work something out.
Perfect. As soon as you get your schedule, let me know. I'll create a group calendar for all of us so we can run, and so that way we can all attend each other's events.
So you're a nerd and a cheerleader?
Well, not yet, but maybe as one of my objectives. It's really good to build up a robust resume so that way they have no reason to reject you and your skills.
High hopes. I love that.
Yes, it's a means to an end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She's got a point. You gotta stack the resume, you know?
It's true. It's so competitive these days, but the more things that you can have on there and it allows you to have more connections, it helps with networking. Trust me. I'm sure there are social benefits of it too, but I really don't understand that part. And honestly, the screaming, the constant screaming, that can't be helpful or good for your voice in the long run. I wonder if I could just go through the movements.
As Killa continues to go on down her list. Silver, what are you doing inside your room?
So as he gets in, because he was not expecting a suite, very, very much. He was expecting something like a similar group room, but has found himself in a whole system to himself. So he's carefully laying out his things on the bed, placing the clothes and some of his extra jewelry that he wears from what he had left from after being orphaned, and his notebook, and trying to figure out where he wants to arrange the room. Maybe move the dresser a little bit this way, maybe move the bookcase and put all of his books up. But he sets down his little chest and begins to unpack onto the bed. Yes?
Is this C32?
Yes?
Cool. As this creature of a kid walks into your room, just athletic shorts that are stained, gray t-shirt that should have been washed 2 or 3 months ago. I'm your new roommate, Dilbert. Just sneezes all over the ground as he begins heading over and pulling out the trundle on your bed.
And he'll quickly gather his things off the bed and move them to the shelf on the dresser. I'm sorry.
It's cool. I feel kind of sick today anyway. I think I'm just gonna sleep through orientation.
I have the bed, I guess.
Cool, if you wouldn't take the trundle then. As he takes your large spot on the bed, and you quickly demote yourself to the trundle.
I was okay. I have a good sleep, I guess. And he'll shuffle his stuff, put his little note, put it back, and oh my god, he's loud. Thinks it doesn't, and he's gonna put his stuff on the shelf and gather all of the rest of his stuff to his person and walk out to the little library that's up in the top corner.
As you head to the common room, Wilrent, how are you proceeding with unpacking and settling into your room?
Well, after Jeremy has come in and unpacked my things for me, I will.
This room is baller, man. Look at it. Look how big it is.
You know my father. He spares no expense.
What is that, like your grandpa over there, man? As he points over to the statue.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, was that like...
you might want to watch your tone when you're talking to my statue.
Sorry, Grandpa. Tyrell.
And in any case, where did they place you, Jeremy?
Wilrent, I didn't get in, man. I showed up here just for you.
Oh yeah, well then maybe you could wait outside.
Well, I just got done unpacking everything. I thought like we could play, some wizard chess.
And we will, but I have college things to do now.
Well, I mean, I've been practicing all day to play wizard chess with you.
Okay, well you set it up and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I will.
I'll be right back. As he leaves the room, he's gonna notice Silver going to this library. He's gonna come in here and not really talking to him at first. He's gonna be pulling some books out and then putting them right back pulling a book out, putting it right back. Oh,
And as
Oh.
Silver is diligently actually looking for a particular book.
Silver.
I
I didn't see you there because I was looking at all of these books.
is there a particular one you're looking for?
No, I was just looking for a little bit of light reading, but it's nice that I ran into you here.
Then I would recommend which one is it? It's Grimoire 5 of what series is it? The Chronicles over here. The Chronicles 7 regarding specifically the Silver Tongue here, and hands it to him. And it's
yes.
not light reading. It's like this big. It's not light reading at all. It's like an anthology and fun.
Yes, I am sure that it is fascinating. Silver, listen.
Yes.
What do you have planned for the day?
Well, I was originally going to finish unpacking, but apparently I have a roommate now, and he's
That won't do. You can't have a roommate.
he's.
You know what? I'm going to take care of that for you.
Oh,
I will talk to somebody. I don't know who yet, but I will talk to somebody.
okay. After that, I wanted to find a specific. I wanted to see if they had a specific set of books here, and then if they don't have it here, I'll go to the library.
The
After
library.
that, I have orientation for the school. I'm going to check out the Prismari set of clubs because I want to figure out a club to join for this semester.
That's
after
incredible,
that, I think I'm
but
free. After that,
listen, maybe you and I, we go out and we have a drink first. What do you say? It's only your first day once.
I think I'll take the first day to get everything settled first because I need to figure out the club. But once I know my schedule from the club, we can definitely.
Silver, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you want to have a good summer or a bad summer?
I don't think I've ever had a good summer.
Okay, let me rephrase the question.
Yes.
What will it take for you and I to go have a drink? Name your price.
That's a good question.
Persuasion check.
Oh, the 24.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
man, potential friendship and peer pressure is high.
If you'll give me a moment, let me go check with Keela because I think we had planned something.
Listen, you don't need to talk to Keela. You're your own man. You can make your own decisions, and I think you wanted to go to have a drink.
Part of it is I'm a little shy to tell you I've never had a drink before.
Well, that's perfectly fine. You could sit and watch if you want.
Oh, let me figure out the club thing first, and then I'll get back to you. Okay? I'll be back. And then he kind of like scurries a little bit and starts to float as he gets near the door. I promise. I'll be right back.
Well, we're a little confused because he feels like he's pretty persuasive, but he's gonna be holding this book that he was just given. He's just gonna toss it.
It hits binding first, just cloud of dust kicks up.
And so Silver's gonna go grab his little notebook from the dresser and then come right back. Okay. And he's reading out his notes for the day. So I think I can spare 2.5 hours at right now. So we have 2.5 hours.
That's perfect.
Okay. I guess we're going.
Yes, of course we are. Come on.
Okay. And he'll follow.
I don't know where we're going to have a drink. I'm walking like I do though.
Roll that survival check to see if you know where the hell you're going. Oh, let's go.
19.
If there's one thing that Will Rent knows, it's where the Bows Inn Tavern is on campus. Triumphantly, you and Silver take off towards the pub. Ruger's going to give a perception check to see if you guys are indeed leaving. Sticking his head out with a 6, he's not quite sure if you have left yet or not. But he looks over at Jeremy, who's got all the chess pieces set up and is currently playing against his mage hand.
Ruger's still playing chess.
Ruger's going to step out and just walk past this dude playing solo chess. And I'm going to make my rounds to where you guys, I can tell that you guys aren't there anymore. And I'm going to go back towards the boiler room. Sis, are you there? Of course I'm bloody here. As you can hear it clank, 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 just beating on this old boiler. Whenever you get a second, you need to load up that bucket with all the old grease you can get. The rich kids left to go down to the pub with the confused fairy. Well, you don't say. I'm just saying, you got opportunity knocking. There's just one of his weird friends playing chess, but I'll get rid of him in just a bit. Don't worry, I'll work on it. I knew you'd see things my way. Back over in the corner room. With Rain, Killa, and Tiano.
So, Tianu, tell me, are there any baking items that you would prefer me to make for you? Or sporting events I can go cheer at?
No, as it's first day here, freshman year, I don't have any of those updates to give you, but Keela, honestly, you will be the first person I tell if I join any clubs.
Perfect, thank you. I'll keep a few tabs and I can follow up. I'll make a note to follow up in a week.
Great, I can't wait.
Follow up in a week. In the meantime, if you do think of any snacks that you might want, I understand. You know, college kids eat a lot. That's apparently what we do. Those nice little fun stereotypes. I don't know. So I'd be happy to help.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Follow up in a week. Got it.
A little too studious.
Well, I suppose this makes it easy enough. And we've unpacked and organized the room. We have met Mavinda and had our appointment with her. I suppose this gives us an opportunity to a bit explore the campus if we'd like. I have a full map if anyone would like to come with me. It has all of the key markers on it, and we can find the local restaurants to try at least.
I could use the stretch of the legs, but let's try without using the map.
I'm sorry, what? No,
I said, let's try walking around the campus without using a map.
Right, okay. Test and being spontaneous. Okay, yeah, I am capable. I can do that. Maps are always help. I'll just keep it. No, I can do this. I'm gonna leave the map. And I'm taking my journal.
I mean, if you want to, Atlas can hold on to the map for you.
Oh, would that be fantastic? I'd feel so much better. Yes. Okay, good. Yes. Just because you never know, and if it gets late at night and we get lost, it becomes very dangerous. And if you have a map, it makes it a lot easier to plot your points, and having random people give you directions is not trustworthy at all. So yes, Atlas, perfect. she's just gonna fold up. And don't worry, if he ends up losing it, it's okay. I have 15 more in my trunk.
I just nod to Atlas, and he puts the map in his mouth.
I must admit, your wolf is quite well behaved. I mean, I've seen other pets, especially dormitory pets, that are, one, smaller. I'll be honest. I'm not seeing any encounter that was this large, but I mean, surprisingly, just incredibly well behaved. How many years of training? This is impressive.
Well, you see, Atlas is not a pet.
Oh, I'm
per se.
sorry. Okay.
He's a bit of like a magical being. He understands what we're saying to him.
Oh, my apologies. Here I am being rude, talking about him in third person. Atlas, thank you. The map is now yours.
Atlas just gives a little head nod. But Keela doesn't know that the map is you can't see the map in his mouth, but it's in his mouth, and it's slowly going further to the back of his mouth.
Let's go.
Magical companion, I'm gonna pretend I assume everything's going well. Perfect.
This is Wolf's version of, we don't need no stinking map. I got my fucking notes.
I'm just gonna eat this.
This is, we got,
With all that trash out behind, he ain't gonna lose the building.
seriously.
Where does it stink? Oh, right there. Got it.
As you guys begin making your way towards the main door, you see Jeremy poke his head out of Wilrent's door. Hey, have you guys seen Will?
Ugh.
Hey, who are you?
My name's Jeremy, and I'm his best friend.
I'm sure you are.
Do you have a student
Yeah.
ID?
Do you go here?
Yeah, I'm his best friend. That's what I am. Yeah, I got a best friend ID.
That ain't what I asked you. Do you go
Actually,
here?
I'd really be curious to see what that looks like.
No, I really do. And he has one printed, and it's on their old high school ID. And he has it where he has literally a picture taped of Wilrent from his varsity, like some varsity football shot, but it's not them together. It's his student ID plus Wilrent, and he's wrote on the bottom, has scratched in it, best friends. Told you we're best friends.
This is not a legitimate ID.
Government issue.
This is First of all, the lamination is terrible in your additional picture, and the font choice is horrendous as well. I mean, if anything, this is just even on par, minus the additions, is a terrible actual ID creation by your high school. So as for legitimate, I don't know if that speaks to anything of your friendship, but this does not count for anything.
What are you gonna do about it?
Atlas?
It's
We have
moving
to do
day.
anything
I have a
about
right
it?
to be here. I'm not done moving my best friend in yet.
So you don't go here.
Yeah. I'm going to a trade school. 2 years. I won't have to be cooped up in this cage for 4. And then I can go work for Wilrent's dad's dealership.
I mean, that's a great career plan, but why are you still here when Wilrent is...
Because we're going to play wizard's chess. Between wizards. Something
You know he's
I don't
not
think
here,
any
right?
of you girls can do.
Whoa. Chill out. You want to try saying that again?
Yeah. I don't think you know how to play wizard's chess.
All right, who wants to take this fool on?
Yeah, you know
Skill
what?
set
This
does
has
this
been
require?
fun. I'm gonna kick the door closed.
I've created
and
a
just kind of like
monster.
lean in front of it.
I bet my mage hand could beat you.
Wait, is he behind the door thing?
He's shouting
Still
through the
just screaming
door. Yeah, you can just play with your mage hand. We're gonna leave.
Do I? Is there? I want to like see if I see anything else I can block with, like, so that so that no one has to lean against the door and he's stuck there.
About this time, you see Ruger sneaking with this giant bucket of hot grease from the boiler room.
Oh God.
Beretta's head sticking out the side and she's just covered, looks like war paint at this point. She's looking over at your way. Don't worry, I'm great at mage chess. Ruger sets the bucket off to the side of the door. Oh, didn't you hear, Jeremy? He said he was going to the cafeteria to go load up on food for tomorrow. Yeah, that's what he said. He's going to be at the table inside there. What didn't Jeremy tell me? He was coming back to play wizard chess. Oh, he just got real busy over here in the hallway. He said for me to come and tell you there was a bunch of good-looking girls that went walking by. He had to go quick. He's gonna have the table loaded up for you with a whole bunch of new girls. Yeah, you should have told me like 10 minutes ago. Sitting over here playing by myself. As Jeremy is going to get up and go running out towards that main door, I'm giving him a perception check with disadvantage, flat roll. He is going to miss that giant bucket of grease that currently Ruger is standing back behind. As he sees Urain and Keela about to take off. Godspeed.
And good luck.
Me and sis love some redecorating. As they go in and begin to fill underneath his sheet full of that grease. And you guys go out amongst the town in Strixhaven. I'm going to let you guys fast forward and keep this RP to yourselves, whatever you're getting into. We're going to reconvene now towards the evening. As you guys have all looked at your schedules, as tomorrow is syllabus day. As you guys will check in some of your first classes, as well as you'll have the first communal feast inside the Biblio. You guys will all come strolling in now nighttime. Whoever wants to go first may do so.
I will definitely be leading the group. I'm very excited to be here in the dining hall, checking it out. I'd seen a lot of pictures of it, of course, in the pamphlets, but I hadn't had a chance to visit it when I came and did a tour earlier.
So you're coming back to your actual dormitories.
Yes. Oh, I thought we were going to the food hall, the biblio.
No, that's all tomorrow. That's,
that's all
all what's
tomorrow.
on the agenda
We're
tomorrow.
prepared for that.
So you're
Okay.
coming back to whatever you guys have gotten yourselves into during the day. You guys are coming back to the dormitories now after dark.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should just make it a little cozy in here before we all kind of call it a night, right?
Rain, you are currently with Keela. I don't know if you ever caught up with him or not, Teanu.
Oh yeah, did you come with us on our walk?
I think I did.
I mean, it was really nice seeing all the restaurants. Obviously, we weren't able to get all of them, and surprisingly, no one got lost, which was
You would
a really
need a map.
good experience, or else I would not have probably been able to do that again. So that is pleasant, at least. But of course, tomorrow is the first official day, and honestly, I haven't had a chance to organize any of my books yet, but I don't want to take up too much of the room. Does anyone need dibs? I don't need a whole lot, maybe just one shelf. The rest of it I can keep in my trunk. I mean, most of my stuff I prefer to keep in my trunk anyway.
You can feel free to spread out.
I mean, you could take my shelves. I don't have anything here.
Do you all not typically bring anything? I mean, I just take the one trunk, but you know, 2 outfits, some PJs, the necessities, and some books.
It's got the necessities and Atlas here.
I'm here to get what I can from the school. I didn't bring much.
Oh, that's fair. Pack light. Probably makes it easier then. Not much unpacking at this stage then.
You're right. And at that point, I flop onto the bed and just open my book, content with not having to do anything.
Well, if we want, we could probably put on some music. There might be some sort of device, maybe a player here that we could put something on. Does anybody have any preferences? I don't know what options they have here, but maybe there's something. I do hear that it's a little bit easier to feel comfortable within a space if you can find comforts, such as audibles or smells that make it feel like home. Right. Okay. I will just see whatever we've got. Quiet time. Wonderful. Well, I am doing a great job at making friends. I'll first start out in the common room area. Can I look and see if there's any musical devices or something that might, like I don't even know in this world, like a record or
No, there's just this creepy old music box that's playing since the clock struck midnight.
Oof.
oh, that's definitely awful. But I'm gonna lean into it rather than listening to the silence of this room. All right, delightfully creepy. Really sets the tone here tonight.
You can hear the boilers
Perfect.
kick off and on a couple of times. Gung, 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 gung.
Is that supposed to be that way? I'm gonna head over to the boiler room, seeing if I could just kick it a little bit, maybe to help silence it. Just kind of walk over in that area. Hello?
As you lean in there, you can see that Ruger is actively attending to this thing at the moment as he's leaned over. As you've seen the Godwins now multiple times, you see them ass up over end working on something.
Do you need any help in here?
No, I'll be fine. I'm just fighting this thing. Sometimes they're like a bull. You gotta ride them on out.
Oh, all right. So you're just okay. You're gonna write it out. All right. No, that's fair. Well, if you need any help, I will do that. I couldn't find any music here, by the way. So enjoy the creepy music box.
Yeah, you do that. You're making your way back to the room.
Yeah.
Silver and Wilrent coming back from the pub.
Have I convinced Silver to drink?
It depends on Silver. You let me know. It's y'all's RP to do.
That would be a no. I was a 15 or higher because
And
too
you-
nervous.
like you've-
He's
like
too
you-
socially nervous.
Like you said before, it was kind of like having Jeremy 2.0 along. He watched you drink and enjoy yourself.
So creepy.
And I am very uncomfortable by the time we get back.
Silver, this was a great time. We're going to do it again.
Okay. Where did you may I ask where you put the book I lent you?
You know, I think I set it down, and I didn't want it to get ruined on the outside, so I think I set it down in the library.
Okay, I'll go check. Thank you. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too. Maybe clear your schedule for tomorrow.
I'm not gonna say anything. So
We'll go back to his room, and he'll look to see if Jeremy's still there.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Wilrent, depending on how much you drank.
That was 18.
Oh yes, you feel fantastic. It's been a great night at the pub, talking mostly to everyone that would listen.
Talking at Silver.
There's no sign of Jeremy.
Am I gonna see Keela as I walk into the room at all?
You might have just caught her. Yeah.
Okay. As he notices, he's gonna like get into the room and then realize that he saw her, and do a quick little turnaround and like float quickly towards Keela. Keela.
Silver, where have you been?
Our lovely friend. I couldn't say no, and he took me out to get
Which friend?
the not so likable one. He's gonna point towards the room, and so he didn't drink, and I didn't drink, and he's gonna pick up the book that hit the floor, and he almost ruined this perfectly good book, and he wants to go out again, and I need help to get out of it because I really don't want to.
Well, you're going to stay with me every single time. It's perfectly fine. Here, come meet the rest of our roommates.
Okay.
They're much better. And also keep that book. Don't give that idiot any books.
No.
Certainly the
no.
pages itself is individual. Even the index is worth more than him.
That's some harsh criticism.
Well,
like it.
I mean it. And also the index
I
is
like it.
incredibly useful. I have seen nothing useful out of him.
You're not wrong.
And
That's
besides,
okay.
come on, you're going to have an opportunity
okay.
to hear of a little extra bonus that Wilrent is going to discover soon. Here, come on in.
Tell me more. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She's gonna knock on the door. Everyone, we also have another. Oh.
As there's just light snoring coming from Beretta's room as she's completely passed out after her early shift of working in the boiler room. Like she's just face down on her bed in the storage room. Bag of wine laid over the head of the bedstand.
Well, you know what? She'll be fine. Everyone, she's gonna knock on the door again. This is Silver. Mind if he comes in?
Yeah, man, you can come on in.
Perfect.
Hi.
Keela bringing the roommates over at 12 o'clock on the first night.
We're getting this done.
Rebel rouser.
Quick note for you two. Don't let Warren convince you of anything.
What makes you think that
don't
fool
think
can
it'll be too
convince me
hard.
of anything?
Yeah.
So I know
Goes back to my book.
I'm not very strong-willed. I have anyway. And so he dragged me out for drinks and just drank and talked about himself and was a general asshole to people around him. So I just wanted to let you guys know in case you hadn't already known. And I feel like you did, but I just wanted to reiterate that it is just as bad when he's not around.
Thank you, Silver. Thank you for reiterating that.
Sorry. What I heard of a surprise for waiting for him, and I would like to know more.
Probably in your best interest not to know until it's discovered, right?
Which should be rather soon. I'm
No,
hoping to hear a
that's
bit of a
fairly-
scream from him.
That's fairly, yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to be an accomplice until after it's done.
Bring it. Brownies.
Is she asleep?
Mm.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
She did have to work earlier, so she's a bit exhausted.
Yeah, hell of a shift.
That boiler does not sound fun.
Ding,
No.
ding, ding, ding. Sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, that is going to be something we're gonna get used to.
Oh,
right.
Keela, I got a roommate.
There's somebody else in our floor?
Yes, apparently. He's, they are, what would you call a sloppy jock, I guess? Like sporty, but very, not, yeah. It, so if you guys wouldn't mind, I would prefer to stay in the common area and possibly over this direction, if that is okay.
Did you get their name?
No, he came in and was just, hi, I'm your new roommate. Bleh, I feel sick, and then took my bed. So
Right. Good.
I think
Mystery person.
I offered him the bed because he said he was sick, and then he just took the bed. So I don't think I want to offer him anything else, unfortunately.
Well, you're welcome to hang out here if you need to. We aren't doing
that'd be-
anything. She's gonna look at Tay, who's probably still reading the book.
Brings the book down, makes eye contact with Keela.
Are you cool with that?
It looks a little cramped.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, we don't have an extra bed here.
wanna... No.
It seems
I
like you gave up your bed, which
I-
unfortunate on your first day of college.
Yes.
But we don't have an extra one to offer.
No, I was.
You're welcome to hang.
Yeah, I don't want to. No, that would be too much. I don't want to impose. I don't do well with sloppy people, and very sloppy. It's uncomfortable. Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the library. I'll see you. Thank you. Pleasure to meet you all. He's gonna walk back to the common room where he can continue reading the book that he picked up.
Well, I guess now we wait for the screams. Keela's going to hop on the bed and just pull out some sheets of paper, and you're going to see her writing away.
Willrite,
Mm-hmm.
now that you're back in your room, late in the evening, as most people are getting ready for bed, how do you proceed?
Well, I guess I would walk in, seeing Jerry's not there, would kind of stretch out a little bit, and I suppose I would go to sit on my bed.
As you go to sit on the bed, immediately, oh God, you sit on somebody's leg. As you see something writhing underneath your covers.
I'm gonna slowly pull back the covers a bit just to see what it is.
Oh, you just see this man who is greased, athletic shorts, stained gray shirt. Just this absolute filth of a man just wallowing in your bed full of grease. It is not Jeremy. It is Delbert, who you have not met yet. You do not recognize this man who is in your bed, who has greased it.
I will take a peek around. Is there anybody within sight of the door?
No, nobody's over there right now. And Silver's across in the commons.
I was also out with him, so it couldn't have been me if that's what he's thinking.
One second. I will I will use my channel divinity to use my conquering presence
What?
as I throw back this cover and my eyes just go black and just this really like almost blackish evil aura starts to exude from my body. This guy's got to make a wisdom saving throw. 13.
I mean, he's asleep, so like.
So then, if he can't succeed it, I am grabbing him, and he is now frightened. As I wake him up. What are you doing in my bed?
In my swamp.
Why am I?
As I'm still using that channel divinity as I toss him out of the bed against the wall.
He's gonna sneeze, and a little hunk of that grease flies back over. You.
He's frightened right now. If he failed that.
Oh yeah. He's it's auto fail. He's asleep. He just naturally sneezed. He wasn't trying to spit on you. He's just a sick boy. I'm sorry. I must have got to the wrong room after I got up to piss. And matter of fact, you look over and there's a puddle over by the chessboard.
I'm gonna grab him by this shirt now. And just my eyes kind of resuming normal. You know what? You can just stay right here. As I'm gonna push him onto the bed, and I am going to leave and go to Silver's room.
Oh.
And seeing that there's nobody here, I'm gonna get in Silver's bed.
This is just like musical chairs.
Is there?
Pushing your way into Silver's room. Even Ruger begins to finish up his work on the boiler. Now it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. As he's just going to zombie walk in. And he can see someone wreathing back there inside the grease. He knows none the wiser. He's like, just trying to keep it together and keep quiet. As he walks past, giggling to himself, back into his room. And Ruger's gonna lay down to sleep. Beretta is asleep. Silver, are you still studying, or has sleep taken hold?
I think Silver's at the point where he doesn't want to deal with either his roommate or anybody else at this point, so he's going to end up falling asleep at the desk with the book, just like studying. But not necessarily studying, more like the reading that you do. He's just trying to stay away from both rooms. So. Like at that chair.
Keela, Rain, Tianu. Anyone
I'm
still
fi-
awake in your room?
I am finishing up my letters to send out, and then yes, I will go to sleep.
It depends. If someone's asking for me, I am immediately pretending that I am asleep, you know, asleep with the books
Wow.
open, I'm asleep. But I am still reading for myself.
I am stretched out and starting to fade.
All right. Rain falling asleep. Tianu falling asleep. Just the moonlight pouring in from outside. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Keela.
Oh.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
The teeter.
Oh,
Nice.
As you sit up in your bed, you begin to hear whispers. In a
Can I tell where they're
language
coming from?
that you don't understand.
Okay. Can I sense the direction of it, or is it just within the whole space?
Seems to be within the whole space.
Is the language phonetic enough that I could try to just spell it, even just rudimentarily in my own notes?
Roll a perception check.
Ugh, 12.
They're just unintelligible enough to where you can't get anything from them. And as quick as the whispers get there, they seem to fade.
I'm going to write this in my notes. What time did this occur?
2 o'clock in the morning.
2 a.m. Is it a full moon night?
And then they begin again. It is not a full moon.
I'm going to speak out. Hello? Is anyone there?
No answer.
Can I get up out of my bed and like to walk out to the common room quietly? But I don't know if anybody can hear me. Floors creak, beds creak. Hello?
Roll a perception check.
Ugh. I have proficiency, but that doesn't do much for me right now.
It's just too dark inside this room. But you were super spooked out by what you've heard.
If you come back, only come back prepared to talk. I won't be playing this game again.
Me in relationships.
I'm going to begin walking back to my bed, just tippy-toeing, feeling incredibly on edge right now. I'm going to at least look at Atlas. Is his ears perking up at all?
When you sneak back up into your room, roll another perception check.
$17.
17. Now back inside your room with enough light from where you were last reading. You see these two shadowy figures descending up and out of the wall with their hands extending out over Rain and Teano's body, reaching for their heads.
I'm immediately going to jump on my bed and just scream at them, Tay, Rain!
As you scream at the same time, Rain and Teanu, inside your head, what is your largest doubt that you have coming to Strixhaven?
That I won't be good enough to stay in school.
As dreams float through of you being too inadequate, not even making it through syllabus day. Feelings that you don't belong and that you should have never come here in the first place fill your head. Rain.
That people are gonna think that I chose the wrong college. That they feel like I'm suited for something else when this is what I want to do.
Unbeknownst to the rest of them, Wilrent, the same thing is happening to you. What thoughts are running through your head?
Probably a thought that he's going to fail at becoming a successful hero.
Silver. Same thing. What permeates your dreams?
Probably finding out that his lineage is of despicable monsters. Horrible dragons. You know, the Tiamats of the world.
Those same shadows taking up and over the twins as well. His thoughts of letting their father and mother down in his ultimate sacrifice. And ultimately letting Torg down for getting them into the school in the first place. And their student work jobs. And then one final shadow over sleeping Delbert. As your screams ring out, Keela, hands around Delbert's sleeping neck as he turns ghastly white and fades from consciousness. I need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw, DC 10 or above, to wake up from Keela's scream.
Oh, you guys hurt each other.
Oh.
No! 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 No!
No!
No! So does this mean I get straight A's because I'm traumatized by the rest of my team time?
Oh.
My whole dorm died. Can I get straight A's, please?
Oh,
I know we ain't sit here and just like die on the first episode.
This is not
Ruger's
not
the only
happening.
one
No,
who
did
heard.
anyone make it? Ruger.
Ruger Beretta didn't,
Ruger's
though.
it.
As Ruger hears your scream, that is where we will pick up next week.
Oh,
I hate it here.
God.
Oh my god.
At least he's making sure everyone gets to the second episode.
Oh,
At least the second.
Yeah.
Keela could be a fun ghost, you know, like Moaning Myrtle.
oh my
He's a
god.
blast.
Well,
That's
Oh
perfect.
no. None of you. Just straight.
Wow.
Low
beginning
numbers.
our session 3, campaign 3, episode 1 resumes tomorrow.
Oh my god, that is a big old surprise round.
What?
It's not good.
No, it is not good.
It's not good.
Y'all.
Can we
You got
can we
very
have
few
chat
people to help.
retroactively just like do all the cards and give us all inspirations and
Hey, they have to bring the action.
No,
stop saying that. Last time we said that everything was bad.
we're definitely dead next week.
I am excited to kick off next week. Syllabus day is gonna hurt more ways than one.
Ah, not like this.
Let's go. Ah. Guys, we got D&D over on my channel. Normal
Welcome back,
times.
guys.
9 p.m. CDT, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. It's good to see all your faces. Thanks for joining us.
Love you, chat. See you next week.
Say a little prayer for the new class.
Oh, seriously.
We'll see y'all then.